Hi, Leo. It's Angela from Grounded Dreamers. How are we doing? Here we are. We're going to do a quick soul guidance reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or anybody who really is drawn to this video when you see the title and what it's about, or just that your intuition told you to come here. But when I'm pulling the cards, I have Leo in mind. And you know, wherever Leo is in your chart, this could pertain to you. We're doing this for the period of for the month of June 2022. And we're going to see what we can focus on and what we can bring up so that we can put some attention on certain aspects of ourselves in our personal growth to facilitate our growth a little further. So we've got the Zen cards ready, and we're going to do our theme here is coming from an oracle deck called Native Spirit, and it's got an indigenous vibe. It's talking a lot about the elements and different ways that we connect with spirit. And for you, Leo, I pulled Answering the Call. This is asking you, this is first of all saying it's time. Now is the time. Whatever that means for you. It's time to start my new project. It's time to find my partner. It's time to break up with my partner. It's time, you know, to rest. Whatever it is that you know you've been wishing, like, I really need to get this done, or I really need to achieve that, or here's what my desire is, but it's so far ahead of me down the road that I can't really see it. Now's the time. So that's the first step. And then in answering the call, it's asking you to look for signs, to listen, you know, listen for the way that spirit communicates with you, right? The bright sunny sky with the big fluffy clouds that appeals to you, that makes you just kind of stop in awe and absorb into your spirit. That spirit calling you, right? To say, you know, stop and pause and enjoy this. You know, any of these little signs that come, if you see a feather floating down from the sky, that could be your sign to listen, that spirit is trying to get your attention, right? So that's the first thing, is that we're looking for signs on how to begin, or looking for the signs that are telling us it's time to begin, right? There could be ideas that come through a dream, what, you know, steps forward in a project that you've got, it's so confusing and complex that you're not sure where to begin. The idea may come to you in a dream. You may hear someone speaking on a podcast. You may listen and gather yourself for those signs from spirit. They're there. Okay. All right, Leo, let's look and see what we've got here. This is our spread. We've got starting point, internal support here, and the external manifestation, the key to moving forward, and then having moved forward, what we do with that newfound information, energy, and expansion of our spirit. Okay, so as it pertains to answering the call, getting it done, right? Whatever that is, your starting point is receptivity. So yeah, remain open. This is the key to being able to move forward. You know, sometimes we get in our head that this is ABC, this is what I want to get done, and there is only one path. There's only one way to do it, and that's the most ideal way, and that's the only way that will work. So until ABC happens, I'm not doing anything, right? Well, that is not being receptive. That's being decisive, which is also a very good trait. But in this case, for now, as far as feeling right for our spirit and moving through, you know, answering that call in a natural, inspired way instead of a decisive way, it requires us to open up our channels. This figure is literally receiving through the crown chakra the energy from spirit, right? Because, you know, I love how the lotus is sort of the head, because that's where the energy flows through. and staying wide open and ready to receive those messages is the key in this case for you right now, Leo. Okay. So I love this. This is a great starting point. Being a Leo myself, I will really take this advice to heart, because I do tend to logic and plan and think my way through, which is super helpful. But then I miss certain signs and I miss certain communications from spirit or from others that could help me as well. So remaining open and balanced is the key there. Internally and within yourself, participation. Now, if this were in the external position here, I would take this as join a group, find like-minded people, get advice from others on how you want to proceed toward this call that you're answering, toward this thing that is needs to begin now. But because it's in the internal position here, I'm taking this as your guides, your spirit guides, your intuition, those that came before you, your ancestry, all of those divine energies that are constantly there to guide us and to tap into. And because it comes right next to the receptivity card, which is saying, open yourself up for the messages from spirit, let yourself channel through. I mean, they're right there, right? Your whole support system, unseen or not, is with you at all times. And this is an important booster or an important support factor in the process of answering your call, of beginning now, is to know you're armed with all that spirit has as far as support goes. It's right there with you. And so moving forward becomes a little less scary or vulnerable, because you know you have the support. And this doesn't mean you're going to move through every single step of your journey perfectly smoothly with no errors and no backtrack. This is just saying that even in those walls that we hit and those obstacles, we're supported and we're learning from each of those, right? Points of conflict. So this is a beautiful way to start as it pertains to getting it done, right? Get it done. Externally, this combination here, having both of these on board and sort of, on your side as far as channeling and connecting through with the divine, is in your, I can't love how these cards come out any more than I do. I just love this story. I love this. But in your external world, it allowed this combination of staying open and aware of the support you have, seen or unseen, but the vibration and the feeling of that support leads you to being able to aim your sights toward your goal, to answer that call, to take that step forward. Aim your sights, see it in your future, and then move forward with that first step. This couldn't be even, I couldn't have planned this better, right? This is the perfect first row starting point for us in this reading. Okay, now we move to this bottom card here, which is the pivot. It's the key to moving forward. And wouldn't we know, moment to moment. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm really feeling this. So the card itself is this figure who's walking along the Rainbow River, strutting along, stepping on a stone, but his eyes are closed. He really isn't looking to see where he's going next. He's in this very moment, and he's trusting that when it's time to take his next step, the next support will appear, right? That, excuse me, my voice is leaving. That support that we talked about, this spiritual participation, your guides are always there waiting to show you your next step. And it's a matter of the timing and how you do or do not rush through, right? How you remain still, remain calm, and find the signs, answering the call for that next step that needs to happen. And then the step after that, and the step after that. And sometimes we move through this with rapidity. We move through so quickly that it's like, oh yeah, stone, step, because the energy's there, right? That's the energy we're given, and we recognize it and we take it. But sometimes it's not so quick. And we want to pause in between and make sure that everything is mastered and put in the right place so that we can go forward in our quest. But I just love this so much. Then taking all these energies together, staying open, knowing you have support, pointing your arrow toward that new state of being, or that new project, or that new relationship, whatever this is, the new way. And then remembering each moment matters. Each moment matters on that journey. That brings us to this level of awareness, this newer sort of expanded view. And our first card that we land on there is the ripeness card. This is letting us know that when the time is right to make the next move, to answer the call, we will know, right? We won't force it. We won't make it hang on past its time, like the fruit. You know, if the fruit were to hang on that tree past its time, we would have a tree full of mush, right? But it falls when it's ready. It naturally moves when it's ready. And this is the thing that we want you to recognize. You know, given this moment to moment, you know, this whole line going forward, this is your progress up, right? This is the actual progress to that next point, is these three cards. And, you know, using the moment to moment and the staying open energy, it will be so clear to us when the time is right to make each move and what those moves are. Okay, I'm going to move this up for the last two cards. So beautiful so far, this path that we're carving for ourselves. I can think of a couple of things in my own life, being a Leo too, where this answering the call makes sense, and it's time. It's time, right? I can think of a couple of things that would pertain to for me. Okay, so we have the ripeness. We have this new level of awareness here that we will know, will recognize when it's time to make a move, when it's time, and what move to make as well. Internally, we're supported by this maturity card. This is our inner wisdom. This is all that we've learned and all that we know leading up to this point that allows us, you know, sort of the luxury of being able to move with this energy. We're utilizing our mental capacity because we're planning and we're plotting and we have the, you know, we have the idea of what we want, but it also involves getting into the energy of what we're given here, what there is now, the reality of the energy around us, and moving with it, not moving ahead of it, not holding back, moving right with it. When the opportunity comes to make a move, make the move, and then wait for the next opportunity, wait for the next sign. This is what our wisdom allows us to do, is to move with that energy. And I mean, beautiful. This is, you know, the internal energy. It's inside, and our inner being knows. And so it's just a matter of reminding ourselves that we have all the knowledge that we need within us. It's there. And then in the external position, and at the very top and the end of the reading, I get completion. So this is pointing toward the finish of your quest, of your goal, of your, even if it's just, you know, you have this bigger goal and you have 5 steps, it could be the finish of that first step, you know, by answering the call and listening for the signs and staying open and being in the moment, you get to, you know, you get to achieve that thing that you're after. And this also, you know, this little puzzle figure has that last final puzzle piece is going here in the third eye. So this is reminding you, your intuition is as big a part of this as your logic and mental and plotting, right? Your intuition gets you there, okay? We sometimes ignore our intuition and chalk it off to, oh, but you know, that was just my intelligence talking, right? But because we have the maturity card here on the other side of that, we know that there's much more at play, right? We know our intuition is guiding us as well. Just like that moment to moment, his intuition is telling him, trust that when I need the support, when I need that next stone to show up to move me along this river, it will. And when it's ready, it will show up. And I will take that step. I love it. I love this reading for you, Leo, for us. Yeah, wonderful. So whatever that is, that's been sort of hanging on over your head or on, keeps getting put to the bottom of your to-do list because it's uncomfortable or it's too big to achieve, or it's too foggy, like it's unknown. You don't really know how to proceed to get to that space. Whatever that is, it's time. It's time to readdress it and maybe break it down into smaller parcels of movement and shift. But remember, the energy is there for you now. It's waiting. So go out there and get it done. Okay. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a happy June. I'll see you again real soon. And